Hello, Korematsu Middle School. Sorry that this is coming out late. I can make a whole bevy of excuses, but I'm not going to. So welcome. My name is Matthew Burnham. I'm the principal here at Korematsu Middle School, and I am going to try to get through this pretty quick so I can post this pretty fast. So it was nice to see some of you today as I was able to hand out Power School access codes, kind of go into that a little bit later. Nice to see people in person. So this is our orientation to the virtual opening of Korematsu Middle School in 2020. Let me navigate to our slide deck. Share that. All right, like I said, here we go with our orientation. This is absolutely an unimaginable situation, and I hope you are all doing well, and I hope you are staying safe. I never thought I would be opening up a school. I have now been here 13 years as vice principal or principal. I never thought I would open up this school without students in it. It is this thing that I love most about working in education is working with students and watching them learn and thrive. So, but this was a good decision in terms of keeping all of us safe and well. But here's the thing: this is my mantra this year: is we're going to be adaptable, creative, and flexible, and we want all of you to know that we are going to do our best to be nimble on our feet and try to make and provide the resources and support all of our students need. These are the folks that I want you to know to go to for support that are not our teaching staff. I'm the principal. Ms. Ivy is still at 5:25 working on the master schedule, trying to get everything done and ready for everybody. Ms. Castro is our new office manager, a great resource. We stole her from a downtown district job. Ms. Andrade is an amazing attendance clerk, great resource, knows just about everything about the school as well. Ms. Cheney, many of you have worked with, who does our registration and records. So if you need to update your immunizations, if you need to change your address, your phone number, if you're not doing it online, check in with her. And Ms. Kirkland, who does textbooks and tablets, mostly tablets now. She's new to us, coming from Pinole. Unfortunately, she's split between two sites, so she's only here certain days of the week. So we're going to have to coordinate with her on when we hand out certain books and other materials. And new this year is using Ask Korematsu at wccusd.net. So if you have a question, you want to figure something out, send an email directly to that email address, and we will route it to the correct person so that you can get an answer hopefully faster than you would otherwise. We have two counselors on campus. Mr. Jones covers students A through LE, and there's his Google Classroom code. He can work with our students, helping them with their schedules, mental health services, community services. He'll provide the support that you need here virtually. There's also his email and his Google Voice phone number, so you can have your students check in with him. He'll do telecounseling and group individual counseling as needed. Check in with him and sign up for his Google Classroom. Typo. So Ms. Simpson is not doing students A through LE. She is doing students LI through Z. So LI through Z. So technology issues. Maybe I can cover that up. LI through Z. We'll fix that on the website. Please include your name and the name of your child if you want to connect with Ms. Simpson. There's her email as well. She does a lot of Zoom meetings, so I would take advantage of those opportunities. And again, we're splitting the alphabet up, not by grades. So even if you have a 7th grader or an 8th grader, just depending, you'll need to go to the right Zoom room. So her Google Class code is there. So make sure that you sign up for both Mr. Jones and Ms. Simpson's Google Classes as needed. and as indicated. So what does your day look like? Here's a week at distance learning here for Korematsu. So as you can see, 8:15 to 10, teachers will be doing prep. Students will have homeroom starting at 10, running to 10:25. Homeroom is live. We'll get into that a little bit later, but it is a live session. Then you'll have, on a Monday, you'll have period 1, 10:30 to 11:25. Period 2, you'll have a 10-minute break between the two, then period 2. Then you'll have a lunch break, and then you'll have your last period of the day. And then at the end of the day, there's an opportunity for office hours with your teachers. And talk a little bit more about that later. And then clubs and after school across the board from 3 to 5. We have some work to do to make sure that we have folks that can help out with those clubs, but that's what can happen during those times. Plus, we know students will be doing their own activities. But homeroom, I want this to be real clear. Homeroom is at 10 o'clock every single day, and it is a live session. Tuesday, you'll have 3 different classes. So we are essentially saying to you, you have 3 classes each day, about 55-minute blocks with a homeroom. And so you see here it says periods 4 and 5. When we're in our regular session, we have to have 2 lunches for the number of students we have on the campus. So period 4 is an 8th grade class, and period 5 is a 7th grade class, but they're going to occur at the same time because teachers aren't teaching simultaneous classes. So period 4 or 5, depending on your grade, period 6, and then period 7. And so that's the days flip-flop so that we're doing that equally. Fridays are different. Fridays it's asynchronous time for learning. You'll still have your homeroom, but your Wednesday teachers or your Thursday teachers will be assigning about 35 minutes of work to do during this time when teachers are in professional learning opportunities. So this is what it is. It's a 3x3 block. You're about 250 minutes a day. You've got your 25-minute homeroom. You've got your synchronous or asynchronous learning time with your teachers. But during these periods, these 55-minute blocks, your teachers are available to you if they are not doing direct synchronous instruction. So they are available to you and they are responsible for you and your learning during that time. So that's really important to remember. So then you go to block 2, same deal, synchronous or asynchronous learning. Teachers will be available if not doing direct instruction. Then you have a 40-minute lunch. Everybody has a 40-minute lunch. And then back to your third block, another 55 minutes. End of the day, you then go to your, you can go to office hours. Teachers may be requesting to meet with you. They may be requesting to meet with small groups. They may be doing some tutoring. You can maybe ask questions. Hopefully you'll have opportunities for that. Ask for clarification. And there could be some intervention time during those office hours. So what's the deal with homeroom? So it's an opportunity for us to cultivate connections and well-being. Pretty clearly, we knew from the spring that there were not many opportunities for connecting with other students or even other adults. And so the homeroom is an opportunity. It's a live class. It's a live opportunity. So small, and it's smaller classes. So instead of like the 39 students to a class, it's more like 22, 23 to 28 students, depending. And they'll be doing community building. They'll be doing some social emotional learning. We'll be talking about race and equity. So those sort of key concepts will be done during homeroom. And so Fridays are it's a whole new concept for us, and we've got some development to do here. But there are 60 minutes of time for teachers to connect and do family outreach, and that looks different for different people, but that's built into the Friday schedule. And then, like I said before, you've got your 35 minutes of work that's going to be assigned by your Wednesday or Thursday teachers. And that'll be asynchronous work that you'll be doing maybe you'll read an article and you'll follow up with some writing, or you have some extra math problems to do, something like that. And then something that we're going to need some support on and we're working on is developing some club opportunities, some social hours, and I'm going to be seeking some volunteer families and parents who are volunteer badged who are willing to kind of help us run some clubs and some other activities. If you want to help us, maybe you could help students, learn how to garden, or help with some extra math, or you can help with, DJing. I don't know, but you could let me know. I'll be putting out a call to the families and to the parents to see if they're willing to help us out. And teachers and administration will be doing a lot of professional development and trainings. So we still have the BACR after school program here at Korematsu. Miss Taylor, Miranda Taylor, is our site coordinator, and please reach out to her if you have questions or even if you are already in the program. And this is some of the things that they'll be doing in the after school program. Again, all of this is online. We cannot have anyone on campus, obviously, so check out the Extended Learning Program, send her an email directly if you have some questions or if you are interested. So attendance, we did not conduct attendance except for what we did on site in terms of recording it officially in the spring. So we are now officially recording attendance, and it starts with Homeroom. So that is why we have a live homeroom. So students need to get on at 10 a.m. and be present and be marked present by their teacher. The marking is done by 3 o'clock in the afternoon every single day. So if you miss it and things are going to come up, somehow you're going to get an appointment for something. So if you miss it, you're going to need to post a class comment or put something in the group chat by 2:30 p.m. and send an email or a shared Google Doc to your homeroom teacher explaining why you missed, and then you will be marked as present. So that's really important that you follow up if you miss your homeroom. Hopefully you're not gaming late at night and then missing homeroom. So we're also tracking engagement this year. And so engagement is defined as a metric that tracks student completion and submission of work, which is essentially like participation, right? So there's sort of, you're either going to meet the requirement or you're not going to meet the requirement. And we want our students to hover here, obviously, in the meets requirement. So the student is present, engaged in the learning, and they submit the assignment. You've met it. You're done. You got your engagement points or your engagement qualification. So you don't meet the requirement if you are present and you do not engage with the learning. That's really important. So you don't meet the requirement. Sorry, I got a text. Student is present, but does not engage with the learning by submitting an assignment. So we need you to do your work. I mean, that's really it. We need you to do your work. And you do not meet the requirement if you are absent and you are not engaged in the independent work or the asynchronous work. But you do meet the requirement if you're absent, but you still do the independent or asynchronous learning. We really want our students to be present, engaged, and submitting their assignments. So we want to hover in the meets requirement here in the orange, right? But we do know that things are going to come up and you can still meet the requirement by turning in the work later. So teachers are going to be submitting engagement reports every 5 days. So you do have some time to get the work done, but we want you to get it done when it's assigned in the amount of time that the teacher is expected. Grading is a big to be determined. That has to be agreed upon between the union, the teachers union, and WCCUSD. But like, I'm I want you to learn. I want our students to learn, right? So your teachers are going to assign you work. It's going to be grade level work. It may be scaffolded to support you, but you need to complete your work. You need to do your best. You need to try hard, and practice is how you learn. So keep working at it. We do not learn by grades. Grades are this whole other thing. I want you to learn. Mr. B, how do I get my schedule? So most of you, if not all of you at this point, have your PowerSchool username and password. So simply go to wccusd.powerschool.com, type in your username, which is a combination of letters and/or numbers, and please keep in mind that this is case sensitive. So please make sure that you are typing in the capital letters as needed and the same as the lowercase. This goes as well for the password. Your password is also case sensitive. And once you've gotten into PowerSchool, a screen will come up and the side of the screen will look like this over here in the corner, and simply navigate to My Schedule and you'll see your schedule. Miss Ivy has been spending a lot of time putting in the Google Class codes for each teacher and each period in where it says room number. So you'll see room number and it'll be like a combination of letters and numbers. That's your Google Class code. And so you can use that and you can then join your classes. The most important one to join right away is your homeroom class. It's case sensitive. Here are the Google Classroom homeroom codes, the Google codes for your homeroom classes. Many of you have already seen these and heard from your homeroom teachers. Some of those shifted. People need to stop texting me. These are parents. So I'm going to post this on the website so you can see it there. I'm going to post it on the website so you can see it on the website so you don't have to write this down right now. So you have your schedule. So now what? So make sure that you use those codes to join all of your classes. And then on Monday, the 17th, at or before 10 a.m., you'll open that tablet, you'll log in, and you'll say hi to your teacher and your class. And let's go. And make sure that you join all of your classes. So communication is really important as we are in a distance learning environment. So teachers are going to use Google Classroom to post a daily agenda by 10 a.m. every single day. So you're going to know what you need to do by 10 a.m. every day. And another great feature this year is that you'll be able to see the weekly schedule for your classes by 10 a.m. on Monday. So a lot of information, a lot of prep is going to be done by the teachers to make sure that you know what you need to do throughout the week. Obviously, the office hours are going to be there for you from 2:05 to 3 Monday through Thursday. So utilize those opportunities to connect with your teacher. Teachers, of course, have the 60 minutes of parent and family outreach throughout the week. And the email is a great way to check in with your teachers, so that they're going to be a 24 to 48 hour turnaround in terms of responding. Remember, the teachers get an enormous number of emails throughout the week because of all the assignments. So please be a little patient with that. And to communicate with me, or what you'll hear from me, I do a weekly news show. Those of you who are 8th graders remember that from last year. I'm going to continue that. Likely not going to start it until, maybe the second or third week of school, because there's going to be there has been a lot going on the last many days, and will continue to be. And I'm going to continue to post as much and everything I can on the korematsumiddleschool.org website. And of course, you can email me directly. So here are some reminders about online learning. Again, it's about being flexible, adaptable, and creative. We are requesting that you have your camera on. I know that can't always be the case, but please, it helps us, particularly when we look at homeroom, to measure the attendance. Keep yourself muted. We don't always need to hear your dog barking in the background until you're called on, or you're asked to share, or you want to share. Use the tools to raise hands that you have with Zoom and Google Classroom or Google Meet, depending what you're using. And we ask that you actually can't record or screenshot what's happening. So please make sure that you respect everyone's privacy. And this is for the parents. This learning environment is for students and not parents. So we'd like to please ask you to respect the privacy of our teachers and the other students and their parents by doing your own thing, letting your student do their thing. When they need support, they can ask you for the support. All right. So this is not going to be easy. This has been hard. None of us were trained to be distance learning educators, so we are doing our best, and we are learning along with you. We are planning on a slow start to the first 2 weeks. We obviously didn't give out textbooks. We hope everyone has a tablet or at least some device they can use for the time being until we get those folks without tablets a tablet. For the first 2 weeks, we're really going to be focused on just making sure everything works, making sure students can log in, building community, building a learning environment for our students. And we're going to ask you this year a lot to tell us how we're doing, and tell us how you are doing. I'm going to be asking students to participate in student forums so that I can have some Zoom meetings and kind of learn what's working for them, what's not, so that we as educators can make the adjustments to make the learning environment and setting better. So the schedule is live, and students should start navigating using PowerSchool to hop on, check out their schedule, to record their particularly their homeroom Google Class codes, and to hop on Google and join those Google classes. Again, I'm going to post this right now. Sorry, it's late. And I'm going to post the Google Class codes separately so you can see those as well. Please remember to send questions to askkorematsu@wccusd.net so we can help you with what you need help with. Thank you all. Stay safe and stay well.